Hello, everybody. Um, I want to talk about the school shooting. When I heard of this case about another school shooting, I wanted to bring it to people's attention. Um, a 6-year-old, how young can we go? He's still a child. 6 years old, took a gun to school and shot his teacher. What possibly can going through a 6-year-old mind? They still babies, first grade. And so I wanted to share this with you, what they were saying about the shooting. And this happened in Virginia. Let's see if I can get it to play.
Outrage and calls for change amid outpouring support. Packed vigil for teacher Abigail Zwerner, who many are calling a hero. Zwerner, who coworkers and students affectionately call Miss Z, is recovering in stable condition after authorities say a 6-year-old student brought a 9mm handgun to school Friday, firing a single round in the classroom while she was teaching.
She took a defensive position where she raised her hand. The round went through her hand, exited the rear of her hand, and into her upper chest.
Police say the shot was intentional, but can't speak to what was going through his mind at the time.
I believe that the actions were at or towards the teacher, but you never know how someone's going to want to react with a firearm, with students. And we're talking about a 6-year-old child. I don't know what all was going through that child's mind.
After being hit, she quickly ushered her other students to safety.
I believe she did save lives because I don't know what else might have happened if those kids would have stayed in that room.
Police say she was the last to leave her classroom, and when she woke up in the hospital,
she asked me, first question, do you know how my students are? She was worried about them.
Investigators say the firearm came from the child's home, legally purchased by his mother. The child is under a temporary detention order and is receiving treatment at a medical facility. Legal experts say it's unlikely the child would face charges because of something called the infancy defense that argues children that young are unable to form criminal intent. Police say it will be up to the local prosecutors to determine if the child's parents will face any charges. Teachers who work closely with Abby Zwerner say she was as selfless on Friday as she is every day.
You probably weren't surprised to hear her actions that day then?
Not at all.
Now, Hoda, that teacher I was speaking with there was actually teaching in a classroom across the hallway from Zwerner when this happened. She said she heard the gunshot and immediately got students to safety. When I asked her how difficult it's going to be to return to that classroom, she said she can't wait to get there, that her healing begins when she can see and hug her students again.
Wow.
Hoda?
Some wise words there. All right, Katie, thank you so much.
Okay. So I wanted to go over some of the things that I found out about the shooter. I think it's sad that he shouldn't be charged. He's still young. He's pretty much a baby himself. But I do feel like, do you think they should hold the parents more responsible? I do feel parents need to be responsible for their children. Um, how is it? The mother said that the gun was secured, and she don't understand how her child got a hold of the gun. But the gun is in your house, even though she purchased it legally. Um, she should be charged because her son got a hold of her gun at such a young age. You didn't hide it or put it up high enough where he couldn't get it. Um, Another thing I found out about the little boy is that there were, well, one thing I did find out, it was 20 students in that classroom that could have been injured. So thank God none of them was injured. And the teacher was able to get them out of the classroom. I think another uh, teacher came in to secure, get the little boy, I guess, to put the gun down. And I thought that was definitely positive till the authorities arrived. So my heart goes out to the parents whose children was traumatized by this event. And it definitely goes out to the teacher. Um, she was just doing her job. And so I think it's sad uh, that this little boy brought a gun. One thing I found out is that our son, they said that their son suffered from acute disability and was under care plan at the school that included his mother or father attending school with him and accompany him to class every day. Additionally, our son has benefited from an exclusive community of care that also include his grandparents working alongside with them and other caregivers to ensure he needs to ensure his needs. So that tells me that the little boy was dealing with some type of emotional problems. Um, in order for them, he had behavior problems, I'm assuming, allegedly, because they want the parents to be in class with him every day in order for him to attend school. So that's saying the little boy had problems. There were definitely issues going on with the little boy. Uh, on this particular day, I'm assuming that the parents did not go to class with him, because if they did, they would have probably been able to stop what had happened or been able to see that he had a gun that he should not have had. I don't like guns. I never bought my children guns. I bought other things to play with, but not guns. So we have to be mindful of what we are putting in our kids' hands, even the toy guns, um, because they felt that he intentionally did it. At 6 years old, how can you intentionally want to shoot somebody? That's definitely some mental issues going on there. So they do have him in the hospital, uh, and he's getting evaluated. Um, the teacher is working towards full recovery, so thank God for that. Uh, we have a lot of frustrating parents that went to the school board for more safety. And I do feel that they put out the metal detectives in the school. And they said that they're getting that young that you got to put metal detectives out to see if somebody got a weapon at first grade. This is first grade. This is kindergarten, first grade. What is it? kindergarten, first grade, second, third. That's elementary. This is so sad. Um, but the teacher is recovering. What I found out is, should the parents be charged? Now, this is what I really wanted to go into. Uh, According to Virginia law, the law prohibits charges of a 6-year-old child as an adult. The student could be charged in juvenile court, but the minimum age for juvenile prison sentence is 11, which means this child cannot be charged. Um, he's not even aware of what he's done was wrong at 6 years old. His mind is not even functioning enough to understand what he did. So then you go down to parents could be held responsible. It's possible the child's parent could face consequences. And so they hadn't charged anybody yet, but it is possible that they could hold the mother responsible because it was her gun. And she purchased it legally, so it was legal for her to have the gun, but still you should have it in a safe place that your child cannot get a hold of your weapons. They should be locked and secured. Authorities did not say that Monday if the child's parents would face charges. So my question is, should they face charges? One thing I found out is that Virginia lawmakers, it's a misdemeanor crime to reckless leaving a loaded, unsecured firearm in such a manner as to endanger the life or limb of any child under the age of 14. So basically what I picked up from that it's a misdemeanor. Basically, if they're going to charge the parents, it's pretty much a misdemeanor. That's like a pat on the hand for leaving a loaded weapon, unsecured firearm in such a manner as to endanger the life or limb of any child under the age of 14. So the mother could face misdemeanor criminal charges. What that actually means, misdemeanor, I don't know if that's a pat on the hand or exactly what it is. But she could face charges. She hasn't been charged yet. But I guess they got the child in the hospital where he's being evaluated. I don't think, I don't know possibly what would happen because it seems like the child had mental issues in school. I will say, if you know your child is facing some type of crisis, please get them help. Because this does not need to happen to anybody's child. And it's bad because we just entered a new year and it's already another school shooting. And it's sad that it's a 6-year-old. I mean, he's pretty much a baby, unaware of what he's even doing. So be mindful. If you got weapons, put them up where your children can't get them. Put them in a locked place, somewhere up high, where they can't even reach it. And don't allow them to see what you even have. Because how would he know to go and get a gun unless he's seen it before? And if he have, he know, how did he know to do that? I don't know how she had it secured if he was able to still get it. So I do say be mindful, especially if you got children, to put your weapons up where your children cannot get a hold of them, because we don't need to be seeing this on TV again. I think it's sad. My heart goes out to the community and to the teacher. I say have a great day. Be mindful. Put your weapons up, um, and have a great day. And if you like my channel, please subscribe. I enjoy doing what I do. I enjoy coming to speak with y'all. And have a good day.